Okay, good morning. Hi, welcome. This is Nick with the Digital Arts Experience, and welcome to the 10 a.m. Create and Hang. Well, settle in for a few minutes because I feel like we need to do a very slight update. First off, I'm just going to lower the music just a smidge over here. I'm just going to crank it up a little bit over here because it is coming in just a tad loud on my headphones. I think that's much better. Okay, so what am I talking about? Well, as you may or may not know, for the past few days, I have been working on 3D printing a custom shelving design. Part of this was to learn how to use AutoCAD, which I think went pretty successfully. A couple of hiccups, a couple bumps in the road, but it was an interesting learning experience, and I was printing the parts. Everything was going fine, and then we ran into roadblocks. Recently, my printer started experiencing thermal issues. It looks like I have an issue either with my heating cartridge or my temperature sensor is gone awry, because by all accounts, it is not heating up. I have to do some more tests. So that's a bummer, for one. Number two, because of that, I wasn't able to complete the next stage of my prototype. So the shelving project sort of got derailed a little bit, and it kind of sucks because I really wanted to see if I could get this to work. Whether it all failed in the end is totally irrelevant. It was just more of an experiment and a learning experience for me. But now I had all of these parts, which they're on the table behind me, and I couldn't use them in their current form. So what I decided to do is I need to get the shelving done one way or another, because this table behind me, which is a mess, it holds all of my art supplies at the moment, which I wanted to get organized in the first place, but that's also the table where I usually diagnose and fix my 3D printer. So we have a bit of a circular issue here. I need the table clear to work on the 3D printer, but I need the 3D printer to print the pots. So it's just like, what I've decided to do is to make the best of everything and work with what I have. Sometimes when life gives you lemonades, you say, no, your lemonade sucks. You throw it back, and then you work with what you already have. I don't want your lemonade. Essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm still going to use all the parts that I prototyped, even the failed ones, to create some sort of shelving unit. I'll use hot glue and tape and cardboard and whatever else, just to get a basic tiered shelf. Just so I can at least stash my supplies. I think what I'm going to do is the boxes that my 3D printing filament came in, I'll actually put different types of supplies in there. And I'll have some sort of shelf where I can easily take each unit out and then spread them out as I need to. So I have to kind of rethink my design a little bit, see what materials I have, and we're just going to go for it. Now, I'm not going to subject you to that because I don't think that's going to be a ton of fun to watch, personally, because it's just going to be me messing around. And what is up with my eye? I woke up this morning and, like, all the sleepers were in them. Sorry. So yeah, it's a mess right now. But we're gonna make do with what I have. Right? As I start streaming, of course, all the things pop up. So we're gonna do what we can with that. Hopefully, I'll have that done in the next couple days. Luckily, I did get my fume exhaust system all printed. I just have to install it. So what I might do is some more projects geared toward SLA printing. I did order a webcam sometime back, but because of all the current issues going on, it is taking a significant amount of time to get here. I don't want to move this webcam because that's positioned right where I like it. So, yes, that is where everything is currently standing at the moment. So, needless to say, I was a little bummed last night, but that's okay. We're going to persevere, and move on. So, what am I doing today? I don't know. I think we're just gonna mess around in Blender. Specifically, there's an add-on I'd like to mess around with, just to experiment with. We're just gonna look around in Blender, see what features there are, maybe some things I haven't done before. Might do a little bit of modeling. So we're gonna just kind of mess around in Blender today. I'm gonna take a break from FreeCAD, at least for the moment, until I have a better and more interesting project. At least with Blender, we can kind of just experiment and move around a little bit. So that's kind of what we're doing today. I don't know if there really is a specific point. Though one thing I will say is I do want to experiment a little bit more with this terrain generator in Blender, which is pretty cool. I don't know how long that's going to last, but we're going to look for new features in Blender, and we're going to experiment with them. So let's go ahead and switch to the desktop. So let's go ahead and launch Blender here. So I can imagine most of you have worked on a project and then had it go completely sideways for one reason or another. It's just this happened to me recently. Now, in Blender, what I'm basically going to do is we're going to get rid of all the default stuff. We don't really need it. I'm going to go over to Edit, Preferences, and let's go over to... No, not System. What am I looking for here? Add-ons. So if you don't already know, Blender comes with a number of add-ons, and they all do various different things. They basically extend the functionality of Blender, but because they're not primary features that you need all the time, they don't automatically enable them. Oh, I definitely should turn that on, though. Rigify is pretty cool. So if you... Ooh, paint palettes? What is this? For color and weight paint modes. Ooh, yes. And then what is this? Creates a mesh object from selected bones. That's a work in progress. All right, so we won't enable that yet. Oh, nope, stop it. So basically, if you basically take a... Let's try that again. Essentially, what you can do is you can go into the user preferences, go to add-ons, and then you can take a look around. Ooh, I do like tile size, though. That's a good one. Ooh, copy render settings. There's a bunch of good stuff in here. Keep in mind that the more stuff that you enable, it might take a little bit longer for Blender to get up to date. Bool tool. Might experiment with that a little bit today. Tab name, edit. All right, cool. I'm so you can see that I'm already starting to go like kind of like get in there. Mesh tissue. Tools for computational design. There's a bunch of interesting stuff in here, so we could probably just go through this today. Try lighting. What is this? Add 3-point lighting to selected. Oh, so that does that automatically. Interesting. Dynamic sky. Creates dynamic sky for cycles. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. The one that I want to experiment with for right now is the landscape modifier. So you can go through here and take a look and see what's what. Add curve, add, so I already have a few here for mesh, and we're gonna make use of this. So I'm gonna turn this off, and the way that this particular add-on works is you go to, oh, I'm sorry, actually there's one thing I do want to enable, and that is images, because that is very useful. Yes, just want to turn that on. Cool, before I forget. All right, so if we go up to add mesh, and you'll see now that we have a landscape icon. If I click it, and you'll see we have a little wee tiny little landscape, which is pretty cool. Now, the thing that is a little weird in Blender, you'll see that you don't see anywhere to make changes to this landscape, at least not that it appears to be the case. So you'll notice down here we have a little tiny little box. If I open that up, you see that this is where all the settings are. It's a little weird because the way that Blender works is that's sort of like the history panel, and that will pop up with things occasionally. And you can see that I've clicked off, and if I move this, this now gets replaced. So it's a little weird in that when you create this mesh or this object for the first time, you can't move it or do anything else, otherwise you lose this. As far as I'm aware, Blender hasn't updated with a history panel as of yet. My guess is that is due to making sure that Blender runs pretty smoothly most of the time. At least that's my best guess, because the more stuff you have to put into memory, the more RAM you have to use, and that I can imagine can get bogged down pretty easily with this program. So we're going to go back to Add, Mesh, Landscape. So that's the one that generates by default. I could like go into detail about what all this is, but we're just going to have some fun. Looks like we got a bit of a mountainside here. These are the subdivisions, so I'm not going to mess with that. This is the... Ooh, we got a bunch of noise types here. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Ooh, I like that. Let's see here. It's the offset. Alright, so that'll just move it about. Cool. And then that... Whoa! Kind of like that. Depth, I'm betting if we... Oh, that's actually the depth for the terrain. Interesting. I'm actually going to keep that lowered because I just want the general features. What does amplitude do? Okay, so that increases it. Frequency, I bet, is gonna... It's gonna basically... continue that trend there. Hard. Oh no, let's go back to soft here. Let's actually see if I can get that to open up a little bit. Maybe we'll offset it on... Yeah, there we go. Kind of like a gorge, I suppose. That's pretty cool. Of course, my cat is yelling at me in the background. I don't know if you can hear him. Like I said before, he is on a diet, so he is rebelling at every stage he can get. All right, so I'm going to call this Gorge. And let's maybe do a mountain one now. Just for reference about why I'm doing this. I have an idea for something to help me out with terrain for Dungeons and Dragons, but I need to generate some basic landscape. So I figured I wanted to see if I could generate some cool shapes with this. I'm going to have more on that later. I'm still currently going through Unity and seeing how it works and how to learn it. I'm also learning programming. I've programmed before, but it is not my strong suit. It can be very slow and painful for me, and that's not exactly a great viewing experience. So I won't subject you to that. So hopefully at some point though, I will come back and do it again. Let's go ahead and play around more with this over here. Marble. It's kind of interesting. That's like a narrow pass sort of a thing. Let's see if I can widen these up a little bit though. Oh, that's kind of like... Oh, that's funky. Can I scale that a little bit? Yeah, there we go. So it kind of curves. And, oh, no, I lost it. No. All right, well, that's all right. We'll just call it hills. Alright, let's see what else we can do here. Mesh, landscape. Alright, at least it comes back to that. Let's see if I can... Noise, what does this do? Ooh. Okay, interesting. Distort. Let's increase the height, though. Oh, interesting. It plateaus out up here. Oh, yeah, it's got a maximum. So if I... Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. We'll call this, like, mountain. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to do this for, because obviously watching me just do terrain isn't going to be terribly entertaining. We'll probably find another feature of Blender to experiment with it. Let me just create a couple more, and we'll do something else. We'll see what other features of Blender await. That, or maybe I'll mess around with sculpting. It's unplanned today. Let me see here. Let's try noise rocks. Ooh, that's a pretty... Got a bit of a lonely mountain sort of vibe. Which, I do wonder, I'll call it Rocky Mountain for right now. Just interested in creating shapes. Alright, so I wonder how many, well, I'm sure a lot of people have read The Hobbit, but I'm wondering, like, what's the youngest age? Because I didn't read The Hobbit until, I want to say I was 14 or something. And I know technically it's a kid's book. You know, J.R. Tolkien, I believe, wrote it for a younger viewership. So I do wonder what the youngest age is for that book. Just a thought. Let me see here. Blender texture, planet noise. Whoa, okay. Whoa. I mean, that is kind of cool. Maybe just decrease this a little bit. Or not. I don't know. That's actually kind of interesting. I don't know what to call that, but we're going to keep it. We're just going to put a big old question mark here. Alright, so we got some rocky elements. We got some hilly stuff. But let's see if we can get something with a little bit more vibe to it. I don't know what I mean by that, but we're going to find out. Let's see here. Let's try double? Oh, what is... Alright, we got like a sand dune kind of vibe, which is kind of interesting. Alright, so I've already created a few different shapes here. I'm going to save this out, and I'll continue experimenting with this later. Let's see what other cool add-ons we've got in Blender today. Hangout projects. I'm not going to put this in a folder yet, because I don't know how I'm going to categorize it. So we'll terrain. Now let's create a new general. Alright, so let's go over to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, and let's see what else we've got here that might be of interest. Otherwise, we can jump over and do some sculpting and mess around with that. Blend Kit, Precision Drawing Tools, Assign Shape Keys. Assigns one or more Bezier curves or shape keys to another Bezier curve. Okay, that's fine. Ivy Gen? Ooh, there's a sapling tree generator. That might be fun. Mess around with that for a few minutes. Let's see what that does. Let's go to add. So where would that be hiding? Curve, text. Oh, they had light probes now? Interesting. Collection, force field. Where would one... If I were a tree, where would I be hiding? Oh, it's under here? Alright, so that's a curve. Interesting. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, that's cool. What happens when I go into select and go into edit mode? Oh, would you look at that? It is just generating it on a curve. So I can grab it and... Whoop. Just allow me to... Yeah, you can move it. Okay. Interesting. So, does I have controls for the tree? Looks like we've got some basic tools over here. Oh, that actually allows you to draw the curves. Whoa, I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, we're learning stuff today, folks. Let's delete this. Let me add that in again. Maybe I just missed the... Yeah, it's down over here. Okay, interesting. Geometry. Oh, wow. There's a whole bunch of different stuff. Okay. what do we got here? Resolution, curve resolution. So I guess, oh, so that just works on, you can actually turn that pretty low. So I guess that helps smooth out these curves here a little bit. Maybe. Oh, it's the bevel? What's the curve resolution? Oh, okay, this is what it controls. All right, got it, got it. Yeah, 4 seems to be fine. You could probably lower that down a little bit. Handle type is auto. Shape tend flame. Yeah, it looks like I'm reading that right. Oh, I just realized, though, that you can't see all of the... Dang it, I can't move this. So my banner is kind of stopping some of the controls here. I'll just try to read it out. You're more than welcome to hop onto Blender, though, and try this out. So, let's see here. What else have we got? Tend flame, though. That's weird. Inverse conical. Okay, we got a little bit of a different shape. Spherical. Does it just change the, like, how the... I think it's going to change, like, basically how the branches are being generated, not necessarily the type. Cylindrical. Yowza. Okay, interesting. Ah, I lost it. Wah, wah. All right, let's add it back in. All right, let's just stick with flame here. So what does this do? That didn't seem to do anything. Can I reset that? Yes. Okay, I got nothing there. Nothing. Ah, no. Not sure what this does. Secondary. Haven't quite figured out what that one does. Branch distribution. So, oh, here we go. Whoa. All right, cool. Blah, 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 blah. That looks really weird. Branch rings. So I guess that changes how they are dispersed. Let me see if that is 0 versus a whole lot. So I guess that changes the distribution there a little bit. Random seed, I guess we'll... Whoa, hold on. So what else we got, though? We've got a bunch of stuff in here. Branch radius. We've got pruning. Man, someone did a really cool job on this tool. Tree scale. Cool, that's pretty straightforward. There's a oh, you can even do presets. That's pretty cool. All right, let's play around with this a little bit more and see what else we can do in Blender. Branch radius. Oh, no. See, that's the one thing that I don't like about Blender is when I... if you mess up the history tool, you will lose the settings. And I clicked off of it. Luckily, it should keep the settings I had from last time. So let's see here. Ratio. Whoa! So I guess if you want to increase the thickness of the tree a little bit, you can do that. Radius scale. Okay. So I guess that's the overall ratio. And then we've got... What is this? Radius variation. Okay. Root flare. Oh, okay, cool. So that just changes the base. You can't see those controls because it's underneath my little view there, but that's okay. And I lost it again. That's the only annoying thing I hate about this. Root flare. Closed tip. Oh, interesting. That's for the NURBS. Okay, cool. You can even change like how it tapers. That's interesting. Branch splitting. Oh, interesting. So, would you look at that? Base splits. Doesn't split any. Look at that. Oh, we got a lot of controls here. Whoa. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff here. Oh, that just looks wrong. Let's lower that down a little bit. Ah, dang Let's see here. Oh, we got someone in the chat. Just saying, hey, what's going on? Sorry if I didn't see your note right away, but hello, how you doing? Let me see here. I'm actually gonna move this over so I can see this a little bit easier. All right. Now, what was I doing? All right, so we got this tree here. Let's see what else we can mess around with. So we got split angles. Okay, cool. Can I move that up, though? Whoop, I thought I lost that again. Branch radius, branch splitting, split height, split bias, split relative to length, outward attraction, curve resolution, that's all fine. I just want to see if I can move up this section right here. Let me go back to the geometry real quick. No. Sorry, let's go to branch splitting. Base splits. Oh, there we go. Oh, that looks weird. Alright, so let's move the split height up, though. No? Doesn't wanna? Why you do, tree? Tree, what you doing? Huh. So why can't I get this to go up more? Hold on. Let me actually put that really high up. Levels 2. Okay, so that sets it to 1. And then that has more levels. Base split. Okay, so that increases how many times it splits off from the base. Fine. Split height. So you would think if I put that on 0, that would move it up more. Split bias doesn't change a whole lot. It just really changes the ends over there. Same with splits, branches, split angle, rotate angle. Huh, really weird. I guess I actually could just edit that in edit mode if I wanted to. Let's go ahead and just add this back. Whoa. Move that down a little bit. Looks more like a weed than a tree at this point. And let's see what else we got. Branch growth. So I'm guessing this is going to control the little guys out here. Length. Whoa. Oh, yeah, here we go. Length variation. Ah, okay. The down angle. Whoa. Oh, you could animate this and get some really crazy stuff in here. Alright, so curvature. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, that's like a weeping willow. I kind of like that. I'm going to keep that for now. Pruning. What does that do? Alright, no. Oh, turn on prune. Prune ratio. Whoa. I guess it sort of cuts things off. Okay, so yeah, this is looks like we have a little reference over here for how we want to cut the tree down a little bit. I'm okay with that as it is. Let's see. Show leaves. Yes. Oh, would you look at that? Yeah, so it looks like these are just 2D like little shapes here. I don't know if they are. Oh no, I lost the thing. Okay, so they are geometry though. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to lose this though. All right, well we'll move this over. That's pretty cool though. Oh, do I have? Oh, that's a separate shape. Interesting. So I guess they use NURBS to generate the branches, because that's a little bit easier to control. So if I edit the branches, will the leaves move with them? Let's see what happens. All right, they do not. So I guess that begs the question of... Hold on, I'm just going to get our music back here. Wow, 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 wow. All right, so I guess you want to do as little physical editing as possible. I mean, you could technically, like... Oh, this would be such a pain in the tuchus to adjust, though, because every leaf is an individual shape. All right. That's fine, though. I just want to experiment with the leaf generation a little bit more, and then we'll try another tool out. All right, so we'll leave this as default. Show leaves. Ba-bam. Leaf shape, rectangular. Duplifaces? What does that mean? Oh, can you put objects? What is this? Let's go back to hexagonal for a moment. Alright, looks like you can lower the number of leaves. Which that looks a little bit more natural for that. Leaf distribution. Inverse conical. Oh, I was already on that, I think. Conical. Alright, yeah, so it's going to change the distribution. And then we've got some leaf direction over here. And enter attack mode. Oh, cool. Alright, leaf down. Alright, we got a whole bunch of stuff to play with here. That's fine. Horizontal leaves. It's like hairs on a cat when it gets all scared. It's like, eh. Alright, hold on. We're going to leave that. We're going to leaf that right where it is. Okay. What did I want to do? Oh, there is something called leaf objects. So I wonder if we create, say, a geometric shape. So let's add in a plane here. Let's make maybe a... I don't know if I can quickly make a maple leaf out of this. But let's just, you know, do that. Alright, so obviously not actually a maple leaf, but that's okay. I just want to see if this is going to work. So let's delete this. We're going to add a new generator. Leaf object. Oh, yeah, plain. That didn't seem to do anything. I thought it would replace the leaves on here. Does it change, like, where they're distributed? Okay, not sure about that one. Very weird. So I'm not sure how that particular one works for this tool yet, but this is pretty cool. So you could generate some pretty cool trees with this. I'm just going to see if there are any other particular settings to play around with. Armature? Huh. Use armature, make mesh. I'm guessing you have to have the armature pre-generate, but that's pretty cool. It means you can animate it. The thing you would have to do, though, is, my guess is you would have to export this. So export preset. No? Load preset. Oh, they have presets already. Would you look at that? Willow. Very nice. Wait, what was that called? Calsternon. Calstamon? Douglas fir. Whoa. That is the fir tree. Japanese maple. Oh, would you look at that? That's nice. So you know what? So if I put in... so let me just change something real quick. I just want to see if... let's just change the settings real fast. Let's go over to branch radius. Okay, we just turned it into a bunch of oatmeal. Oh, that looks... No. Oh, that looks... No. Looks like a horror tree. Alright. We're just gonna... No. Yeah, we're gonna set that back. Ugh. Let me come back to the geometry. And let's maybe just make it... I just want to change a couple settings here. Let's see. Branch settings. Huh. Alright. That looks like a spaghetti tree. That there is a spaghetti tree. Alright, so let me go ahead and come back to geometry. So if I put in a new preset here, I forget how to spell spaghetti. I think that's right, but don't judge me. Export preset. Did that actually work? Spaghetti! Okay, great. So now I can preload my spaghetti tree. Would you look at that? Okay. All right. I'll take it. Oh, this is my least favorite soundtrack on here. We're gonna skip over that. All right, cool. So, yeah, we learned something interesting there. Let's go back and see what other tools we've got hiding inside of Blender over here. I am going to turn the sapling tree off for right now because I don't need it at the moment, but it was cool to mess around with. Where's the ivy chen, though? I do want to mess with that a little bit. Sidebar. Oh, it's in a tab. View 3D. Hold on. View. This is probably the wrong view. View 3D sidebar. That is turned on, right? So where are you hiding? Here's a camera viewport, view regions play. Oh, excuse me. Bezier, NURBS path. Weird. You know what? We're going to go and hop over to the documentation really quick and see if we can figure this out. IVGen, open Blender and go to Preferences in the Add-on tab. Located in... Oh, it's in the Create. Ah, here we go. Oh, so they actually already have Landscape and Ivy generated on here. Okay, that's cool. Add new Ivy. Does it... Do I need a curve? I bet I need a curve. So let's add in a curve. Bezier. And let's grab this. Don't know what I'm doing right now, but that's a-okay for this. Whoa, okay, hold on. What is this soundtrack? Are we still on the Splishy Splashy remix? No, we're on Street Charades. Fine. Alright, so we got this. Interesting. Back to the documentation. Select the object you want to grow ivy on. Enter edit modes. Select the vertex you want the ivy to spawn from. Interesting. Snap the cursor. Alright, hold on. We're going to put this off screen just so I can do this. Okay, edit mode. Select a vertex. Snap to the cursor. Cursor to selected. Enter object mode with the object selected. Oh wait, does it not work with... Let me see something real quick. Ah, so you do need this to be on a piece of geometry. I thought you needed it to be a curve. So we'll do curve, cursor to selected. Add new ivy. Oh, would you look at that? Now, can I adjust this in real time? No. So this does need to be tweaked. So the reason that this doesn't look terribly good is that rather than generate, what I suspect it's doing is rather than generate the full ivy and like with a bunch of geometry, they are adding in little place card holders here, and then that will be textured with a leaf-like shape or texture and color and all that. So it will add transparency to here, so that way you won't see this as a rectangle. It will come out as a leaf shape. That's pretty... Ooh, that's not unheard of. Ivy size, ivy max length. Can I reset these? The only thing I don't like is that I have to adjust the ivy each time. Primary weight, reset to default, because I don't remember what I tweaked. Nope. Whoa! That went awry. Alright, add new ivy. Okay, so there it is. Max ivy size. Weight settings, primary weight. Does that actually refer to physical weight? Let's crank that up, see what happens. Well, that is clearly not what I had in mind. Just out of curiosity, what does this look like when it's rendered? Big old pile of mush. I probably have to go through and actually render it. Alright, so this is a little tedious to work with, but I kind of understand they don't want to do this in real time, which makes sense. But I'm wondering if... Are there any presets that I can just mess around with? Ivy length, no, branching. Alright, it's there though. Not a big deal, but I want to play around with something else here. So let's go to edit. Preferences. Add ivy. Arc mesh? Yeah, why not? Generate... other architectural objects. Room? Sure. Whoa, hey now. Just like a... What is this? Is this a baseboard? Number of walls. Well. Interesting. Okay, we got some thickness here. Wall 1. Oh, would you look at that? Let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so that's the length. Width, height, wall cover. Huh. I'll be. Can I change the... That's inverse. Ceiling. Oh, that looks all kinds of wrong. Floor also looks all kinds of wrong. How do I change this angle, though? That is my question. What did I do here? Okay. Number of walls. Close walls. Ooh. Is there a... Elements. Room. Column. Rail windows. Oh, would you look at that? Just generates it for you, and it looks like that's a little controller there. Huh. Well, we'll mess around with that another time. I'm just curious to see if I can get this to bend the right way. Display hints? Meta names, pencil tool, props. Cabinets? We got cabinets up in here? They have a cabinet generator? What? Well, I'll be. There's a lot of stuff to play with here. I just want to bend the... Just tell me how to bend the thing. I want to bend the wall the right way. This is clearly not going in the right direction. Alright, get out of here, cabinet. I don't need you. I don't want you here. You're not welcome here, cabinet. Get out of here. Alright, let's see. I'm not seeing anything that... Let's see. Height, thickness, ceiling, floor, inverse, closed walls. Number of walls. These are the walls. These are... Is there an advanced thing? Curved. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's in the advanced. So let me go over to wall 2 here. Let's make the... Well, I think the angle is already 90 degrees, so that's fine. So it's wall 3 I need. I don't know why they would put that in... let's go to 180. Yeah! And let's change the length a little bit. Wall 4. We're actually going to lower the walls down here. And let's make this... that's the baseboard. Again, I don't know why they would put that in advanced. I kind of... You would think that would be... Oh, no. What'd I do? Oh, this should be 270, I think. No? Oh, I guess, close walls. And then we'll take off that last one. Yeah, there we go. We made a boxed room. Cool. Let's see, floor. Would you look at that? That's pretty cool. What, am I not allowed to pick a ceiling? What's up with that? This rent better be cheap if I don't have a ceiling, let me tell you. I don't know why that goes away when you select it. Oh, is the floor separate? Question mark. Okay, we got a ceiling now. We a door. Let's just add a door and we'll call this done. Door. That is a tiny, tiny room. All right, rotate Z. Nope. Rotate Z 90 degrees. Well, this is kind of cool because I can change the height and the thickness of the walls. There we go. And let me just turn off the ceiling here. Do I need to maneuver my door in a little bit? Probably need to lower the thickness of the walls a little bit. So this is probably just purely for appearance. I suppose what you could do is just duplicate this and put this on the other side, though it looks like it's intended to go all the way through. Alright, I mean, whatever. This is really just for experimentation. That was kind of interesting. I would not have known that was in there. Yeah, let's actually just go ahead. I'm going to just hide this. The handle is separate? Why is the handle weird? Oh, it's part of the door group thing. Get out of here. You know what? We're just going to delete you. I don't need you. I found a better place. Get out of here. Delete. Alright. Oh, shoo. Away with you. Away with you, I say. Delete, 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 delete. Oh, we'll just open up a new one. Don't save. Alright, so that was pretty cool. I think we probably have time for one more tool, and then we're going to call it a day. So let's go to Preferences and see what else we have in here. I will turn this off. Generally, it is a good idea to turn off your extra tools when you're not using them because they just add to the amount of stuff Blender has to load. So I am going to turn this off in the meantime because I don't use that all the time. What else do we have? Discombobulator? I mean, with a name like that, I gotta know what that does. Oh, it's not active by default? Alright, maybe we should read what it actually does. The Discombobulator. Documentation. This add-on creates a greeble object based on selected faces. It quickly creates science fiction style panels across your mesh. Huh? Yeah, let's give that a shot. Select the quads you want to add greebles to. Interesting name. Alright. Let's just generate a cube. I will say select these two. Add Discombobulator. Let's just see what happens on the defaults. Oh, would you look at that? Interesting. So it like adds on like panels and whatnot. Huh. And we've got like protrusion settings and whatnot. Alright, I was thinking it would like add on like legit like sci-fi stuff like touchscreen panels and like buttons and whatnot. But this is like a specific type of shape here. I do question... Is this a separate shape? Yes, it is. Okay, so you can actually turn this off. That makes sense. Because this would have wrecked the geometry. That does seem like it might be a little crazy to work with. Oh, whoop, I turned off the collection. There we go. Okay, interesting. I'm going to see what else. Doodad settings. I don't know what that does. What is this? But, all fine. Let me see here. I think I'm going to mess around with another tool, though, because while the Discombobulator sounds amazing, it feels like it has a very specific purpose. And I don't know how much... I don't know how much mileage I'm going to get out of it, per se. I know about corrective shape keys already. Camera rigs. Turnaround cam. Oh, that's cool. Turnaround camera. Let's actually take a look at that. Oh, let's see what the documentation is. So this is kind of cool if you're doing demo reel stuff. If this does what I think it does. Sidebar, view tab, turnaround camera. So would that be in here? Yeah, here. No defined camera for space. All right, that's fine. Camera. No valid object selected. Okay, so it wants a camera. So we got that. Let's add ourselves a icosphere. Turnaround camera. Oh, interesting. Start frame, end frame. Would you look at that? Okay, so I just have to position this, basically. Alright, so let's move this over yonder. I got the hiccups all of a sudden, so that's great. Might as well get that center in view here. Oh, that's cool. So, by itself, it doesn't look like a lot, but if you guys are doing like any demo reel stuff and you just need a camera to turn around slowly rather than creating it manually, there's a tool for that. That's pretty cool, I have to say. I like that. And I think that's probably a good note to end on, because we looked at a couple of different tools inside of Blender. We looked at the interior landscape tool. We looked at the sapling tool. We looked at the ivy generator a little bit. Wasn't too crazy for my liking. I'm going to go back to this window over here so I can talk with you guys. And then what did we do after the ivy generation? I think we looked at the... Excuse me. We looked... it's early. I'm sorry. I got to stretch. Sorry. We looked at the architecture tool, we looked at the Discombobulator tool, and then we looked at this. And while today didn't really have too much of a specific project, sometimes it pays just to sit down, see what other features of the software there are, because at other points in time, you may actually just, you know, find a use for them. I already found a very couple useful ones that I will definitely be using in the future. And another case in point, double check your software for other menus and features that might be hidden in them. If you're having a point in your project where you're stuck or you need a very specific tool, double check and see if it's in there. Particularly like with Blender, there are a bunch of add-ons that I did not go into. Today was just a little bit more of an experimentation day, just to kind of see what else Blender had. I find it pays to do that every so often, just so you can continue to learn like what Blender has. Yeah, so that's my spiel for that. Thank you for joining me this morning. My name is Nick. I'm the Director of Operations at the Digital Arts Experience. If you enjoyed anything you saw on screen, you want to learn a little bit more about Blender, or you want to learn just anything in the digital art world, feel free to get in contact with us to set up a class, private lesson, workshop, whatever you're interested in. We are more than happy to teach it. And I hope you will join me for some more live streams tomorrow. I should be streaming at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. I am not going to be doing Blender stuff tomorrow. I think I'm going to do some more game design work on the Harry Potter RPG. I was going to try and maybe do it this morning, but I just did not have the brain power. And when you're creating a game from scratch, you need all the brain power you can muster. So join me for tomorrow at 10 a.m. I think I'll do the Harry Potter RPG at that point. I don't know what I'm going to do for the 2 p.m. yet, but I've got some time to figure that out. So swing by, see what I'm working on, and make sure you check out some of the other live streams and some of the other videos we have on the channel. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed everything you saw so far, and hit the bell notification so you're aware when we go live and do all kinds of stuff. And if there's, excuse me, my eye is deciding to itch like crazy again. If you want us to experiment with anything in particular, let us know. We're always welcome for feedback. So I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again soon. Have a good morning, guys.